All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to KFUG Radio 101.1 FM, streaming live, kfugradio.org. I'm your host, Cousin Ray, and today we are doing a quick hit and run interview with local artist Pass Go Alejandro. What's going on, dude?
What's up, man? Feels good to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. How was your day? We were just...
My day was great, man. Ran around, did some promoting for the upcoming concert.
Yeah.
Usually whenever I'm running around town doing deliveries and stuff, I'll drop off a flyer. That's how I market and promote.
Yeah. I've been seeing it. Like I go to the liquor store by my house every day, and I've been seeing your flyers and getting less and less on there. So I see people grabbing them and stuff.
Yeah, I try to stay real aggressive and proactive about that, putting it in people's face.
That's good. So just give me a little bit of background about yourself. I know you're a transplant here, right, from North Carolina?
Yeah, I moved out here from North Carolina a few years ago. Dealt with some challenges. Life finally settled down to what it is now. And, a few months ago, I broke back out into the music scene, started doing shows.
Yeah.
John Kirk over at Porta Pints, man, he heard my music. And he reached out to me shortly after, and he was impressed by it, and he gave me a shot to perform. And that was actually my first paid performance, and I've been performing since I was 5 years old. Yeah, man, I was very blessed to get that opportunity. That was surreal, man.
The Porta Pints crew are pretty amazing.
They're very supportive of local talent,
Indeed,
they gave us a venue and a way to express our voice,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty nice there. We've been having gigs there. Well, since John took over, it's definitely been more open to having gigs.
Max, no, get down. I just wanted his mic sounded like it was far away.
Yeah, it's...
Come here, Max. Get down. What are you doing, man?
Let me see.
It wasn't... Anyways, I just let you know.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Just weird. Let's see. No, you're good. Well, maybe, let me see. Talking to that one, let's see real quick.
Let's see what we got. How's this mic right here?
Yeah, that one's something better.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn that. You can turn that on. I'll turn that one off here. Use another phone instead.
All right.
You can hear yourself good?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's good. That's all. I can hear you fine. We can.
100%.
So how, what brought you out here to Crescent City in general?
See, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, in Trinity County, I was living on a pot farm. We'll start there, and it was really like a dead end. I didn't have a vehicle. I was doing some kind of county maintenance type gig where they were only paying me maybe $300 a month to put in a certain amount of time a month. It was real dead end. You're not going to get out of this situation. Yeah. And my daughter was actually in Brookings, and I don't know, man. I had to face reality and look at it look, man. It's either you're gonna go to Brookings so you can be a part of your child's life, or you're gonna be stuck here, and who knows when you're gonna see her. You know what I'm saying? And, I feel like as a man, when you sign up for a duty, you need to fulfill it. Whether it's making a baby, you got a job, military, officer, I don't give a damn what. I don't care what it is. If you sign up for something, you better do it. You better fulfill it. So I moved out here knowing I was gonna have to sleep on the street and be homeless, and I came out here with a tent, camping gear. Got out here, got a camping ground, a campsite or whatever. Got a job at McDonald's the next day, and it was I would check to check. Whenever I got money, me and my daughter get a hotel, spend time with her. And then of course when I ran out of cash, she got to go back to her mom or whatever. It was just that type of struggle. It's something you got to really muscle through. It's either gonna make or break you. From there, I landed a roommate. And then from there I ended up getting an apartment. And I had some help along the way from some very righteous people. Shout out to the Refuge Church. That's where I go every Sunday. Yeah, man. Like, it was a struggle and it was a challenge, but it made a man out of me, like, that much more of a man.
Like,
you know, going
like
through that.
opener.
Yeah. When your back is against the wall, man, it's either gonna make or break you. And most times, man, when you come out on top, man, you look back and you be like, man, dang, like I really did it. So
that's good. So that's good motivation to pump.
Yeah, always keep pushing, man. No matter what situation you're in, I don't give a darn how bad it looks. It's worse for someone else. Trust me. Yeah. And it ain't the end of the world. As long as you're breathing, you can get out of it.
That's right. Good. That's good advice. Good advice. So coming out here, you're able to start performing. Obviously, you got a way to record and set up, like to do music and stuff like that. Is that something that like is also driving you to keep pushing?
Yeah.
Because it seems like from what I've heard from your songs, like I listen to the lyrics a lot, and you're even though it's like a story, it's like heartfelt. I could feel that. Like your experiences are definitely coming out through your music.
100%. I started out performing when I was 5, like doing Broadway and things like that. And when you're young, you have very high confidence because you're not really aware of how cruel the world can be.
Yeah.
So over time, I started to hide my talent. Like, obviously from the way the world is, people are like, oh man, you're not gonna make it, or whatever it might be. Even teachers used to tell me, like, oh, that's a pipe dream. You need to put your time into something more, like, reasonable or whatever.
Yeah.
So I hid, the fact that I could rap for a long time until, I got put in a situation where, like, me and all my siblings became ward of the state, like foster care type situation. And I was in a group home, Kennedy Homes, out there in Kinston, North Carolina. Shout out all the homies, man. Y'all know who y'all are, man. But yeah, they gave us opportunities to perform at these talent shows, and I always skipped out on it. And we did like this Black History event around the time, and I had to do a performance for the event because it was part of my assignment. So it pretty much forced me to do my thing, and I used to always practice writing rhymes after in computer class. Like after we typed all of our assignments, Mr. Parson would let me and all the bros, work on beats or write rhymes.
Yeah.
And within that moment of me performing, like I was so nervous, man. I just looked over at Mr. Parson. He just gave me that nod of approval, like, yo, you got this, like, because he knew, like, y'all in my class every day. Talking about how y'all want to be rappers and you up here shy, like, like. So that's how I broke out of my shell and like started to accept who I was as a person and everything else, but also like the struggles I was going through and everything else. Like music really helped me face everything in life, like, because it gave me a way to express it, like write it down, even if I don't record it or no one else hears it. Like it gave me a way to vent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's therapy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how that feels. Music has definitely been like my biggest therapy in my life. And through, whatever I'm going through, good times, bad times. Like there's always like that track you just gotta put on to get you through the day, whether it's your own music or somebody else's. So I know how that feels. I've done the same thing where like my wife's like, you record and do all this stuff at home, and who's listening to it? And I said, well, it's just me, putting out my emotions in some form.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good way to do it. How did you hook up with Porta Pints and start getting in there and stuff?
Well, Porta Pints is like the most popular spot. I just started going over there, and once I got back into making music, just went over there one day and was passing out flyers and happened to give John one. Someone told me to give one to John. It was like, there's the owner, so-and-so. He's the man. He's the head man. He's the captain. Go talk to him. So I went and spoke to him and gave him a flyer. And like I said, the next time I spoke to him, man, he was like, yo, your music is every single track. Like, every time I listen to your song, like, each track is a different track or a different, different vibe. Like, he just invited me to come perform. And yeah, man.
You can get her a mic too if you want.
I don't know. You want to get on the mic?
She's in her own world right now.
Yeah, I take my daughter with me everywhere I go, man. Like,
Yeah, before we met, I remember seeing you at Porta Pints a few times with her and with the headphones on. And
like if they're doing live band, like rock bands and stuff, I make sure she's got her ear protection. I take her to monster truck shows, all types of stuff. Yeah, she's into that.
Experience for her too.
Yeah, she likes rock and roll, super hardcore. Like she likes music. So.
Nice. Well, if you want to play some music, you want to tell us about some of your songs you got going, what are like the latest ones? Which one did you say was?
I got a song, man. It's called "Lord Willing." I feel like it fits this area more. This is more of a beachy, fun, have a good time type of town. The Lord Willing is just about, just being grateful and thankful for being here. Period. It doesn't matter if you have it all or not. When I wrote it. It's crazy though because when I wrote it, like at the time, like I felt like, man, I'm a superstar. Like I was so busy, back home in North Carolina, going around doing shows here and there. I had so many shows booked. I was forgetting about shows, like showing up late. Like I've missed situations like this, like interviews, because I was just so booked out, man. I was just forgetting. Like when you're an artist and you're that busy, it's hard, but. Lord Willing, like, it's just one of those songs, man. I knew this song. When I wrote it, man, I knew this song was a hit. I got emotional just writing it because I knew what it could do. Yeah. So I've been pushing Lord Willing ever since I recorded it, man. This song right here is just about being thankful for being alive, man.
All right, sweet. Well, we're going to hear Lord Willing from Casco Alejandro, and you heard it here, right here, only on KFUG Radio. I like all your beats, dude. Like you doing like you said you had like an engineer.
It has you covered with our reliable airport shuttle service to Delaware County Regional Airport. For just $6, you can ride to and from the airport.
Alright, don't do that again. This computer has a mind of its own, man.
I get my beats from my buddy Dylan up in New York. I got Skeezy, Shannon, Too High. Skeezy and Shannon, they live in North Carolina. Too High, he lives over in Chile. He makes beats, but Too High does all my mixing and mastering. Shannon's does some mixing and mastering for me too, but like majority of my vocals, Too High. And that's, I don't know, man. I just got people, like most of the people I work with are people that I actually have like a relationship with, like they my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like. But Villain, man, hands down, Villain is my favorite producer, man. I love Villain. He's all the way up in New York. He be making heat, man. It's just bananas, crazy stuff, man. I don't know what they was playing on the radio earlier.
Some shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, this can't be about y'all all tripping. I was like, no.
Oh, it might be, so we got this guy.
Oh, man, I don't want to talk down on him.
No, I know. He had like a brain injury and shit.
Oh, okay, see?
So he talks about,
Lord,
like,
forgive me.
His whole album is like a mental health recovery. And he discovered
That's
pop.
what they were playing earlier? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I feel so bad now.
Yeah,
because I was like, bro, I was like, man, they can't think this is what rap is. Like, but that's just me speaking as an artist, not being a dickhead.
No.
You know.
I didn't mind it at first, but like he has 3 whole albums out, and it's just like one continuous track, not monotone. No rhythm, like
I don't know what he was.
He has some. I think I wish somebody would work with him with his cadence and his flow ability. Yeah, that's all he needs, man. He just needs to learn how to have a good cadence on the beat. He's a super nice dude, though, man. know you can't hear it, man. You can't hear it. Oh, don't forget your page is live.
Oh, I know it. All
my
people back
wife
home.
goes, we can hear what y'all are saying off the mic.
Hey, man. At least it ain't on air. All my homies back home got to see me, man.
Yeah, we have some.
Hey, your boy came out here and did something.
We give him, he gets a pass. All right.
We're going to eat dinner after this, okay? I hope you're hungry.
All right. Lord willing. That's is that one of the new things you've done? Or you said the...
Keep it. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real, man. Lord willing has been out. Whew, man. Lord willing been out since what 2018.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That song been out for a minute, but like I said, I've been pushing it.
Yeah.
Until it hit like over 1 million streams, it's still new.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
There you go. Well, so we were talking about off there about beats and stuff. So why don't you get back into it?
Yeah, man. Like I said, as far as my beats, I got Shannon Oliver and my homie Skeezy. They live out in North Carolina. I can't forget about Grim Noise too. I forgot to mention him earlier off air. Grim Noise. So that's 3 producers from back home that I rock with. Super heavy. Like I know them. Them are my homies. And then you got Villain. He's up in New York. Villain has produced, I want to say at least like 85% of my records. Like Villain is my producer. Like before I sign any contract, he's got to be there. Like he's got to be a part of it. He's a super like a super producer. Dude go hard. Like when I first heard his beat, it was on SoundCloud and like Flex God. Anyone who listens to my music, y'all heard Flex God. That's the first beat I ever hopped on, and like I was always looking for. I was like, man, I really want that energy. Like I grew up in the '90s. I was born in 1990. Like my parents are b-boys, b-girls, you know, whatever. So it was always, you know, that rough, gully, scully, you know, baggy hoodie, tin boot, like bad, like hip hop, like hard hitting, raw hip hop. And I was just looking for that, but more modern, so that like the youngins can really get to it. And then I found Villain, man. I was like, yes, this is it. And I've been working with him ever since. Nice. My engineer, his name is Too High. He mixes and masters all of my stuff. He's produced a few of my records, but he's really like the one who cleans up my vocals and stuff, man. He's worked with my voice since day one. And it's crazy because like Villain and Too High, I haven't met them in real life. It's just been like online, but we've known each other for like over 12 years. Something crazy. Like craziness, man. They're my homies, man. They're my homies for real.
Yeah, that's nice. Sick.
Yeah, man. I wanna give a shout out to Amore. Make sure y'all look out for Amore. Y'all gotta look out for Amore, man. I'm telling y'all right now. AMXR. It's not a mixer. It's Amore. AMXR. Amore. Make sure y'all look him up, man. He young, upcoming artist. He's a local artist out here. He the new generation, man. I'm telling y'all right now, do not sleep on that kid. That kid's a superstar, man.
That's going to be one of the performers too on Halloween.
He'll be there Halloween night. Skamala will be there. A lot of artists will be there, man. Quite a few. At least 6 different artists.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah, man.
I've been talking about it. I've been like inviting everybody I know. Like, if you ain't doing shit on Halloween, then
come to Porta Pints, man. Come get a pint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Got a costume contest, pumpkin carving contest.
They got root beers too. You know, if you don't drink alcohol, they still got something for you. They got good food too.
Oh yeah, they got food.
Still come out. It's family friendly. Is this one going to be in all ages?
It's all ages. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be tight. Well, we'll talk more about that. You want to get into any other tracks you want to play?
I don't know what else you got.
I got your whole folder here.
Oh man, he got some. Oh man.
Well, we'll play. What was one of the?
Let's see.
I like Cobain a lot.
All right, we can play Cobain.
Play that one. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Okay, so Cobain, I wrote Cobain, to pay homage to Cobain. Yes, I went through a phase where I was listening to Nirvana faithfully, like front to back, on repeat. Like I was so obsessed, like his whole conspiracy on how he died, everything. Like I was losing sleep. So like I wrote this song, Cobain. Villain did not produce this beat. I can't even think of his name, man, but his name is Sebastian. It's one of Too High's buddies. He produced this beat. Yeah. But some dude from overseas, man, I'm telling you, these dudes overseas, bro, they coming with the beats. Y'all, like, tune in. Like, if y'all want, like, some fresh sound, like, go outside of your city. Yeah, man. But, yeah, this is Cobain, dedicated to Cobain himself.
All right, here we go. Pasco Alejandro right here on KFUG Radio. I love this style of beats too. Fucking sounds raw.
Shannon mixed and mastered it. He was like, man, this beat sound like a broken kazoo or whatever. I was like, hey man, that'd be hard, man. Man, I don't know.
I can't remember which one, but there was a couple where I was like, shit.
You can't play Alejandro. Alejandro, you can't. I know you can't play that for sure. Man.
I'll play a lot. Like I didn't come in last night, but I'm usually on midnight on Fridays because I go 100% uncensored after midnight. So I'll play a lot of this next Friday. I'll play. I can play more tracks on there that we couldn't get away with playing during the day.
Word. I don't think I cursed on this song though.
Yeah, because I want to say this one, Lord willing. And I want to say Sharks and Eels didn't have cursing in it too, but I can't. Because I think those were the three that I was like... Okay,
I said no gangster grills, but fuck a deal on Sharks and Eels. Yeah.
We'll throw it in there.
It's just I don't do a lot of cuss. I don't do a whole lot of it, so it gets by. Kind of. You got to listen for it. Yeah, I ain't hear no cursing so far on Cobain. It's got that West Coast vibe to it with those bells, those old school bells.
We'll throw in Sharks and
Come bust the door down. All right. Can't play that.
Man, I love Paul to death, bro. He's let me get away with so much shit here that, like, I would have been fired 10 years ago from any real radio station. I've had bands coming at like 3 in the morning, like hella drunk, sloppily playing, fucking, he's just standing here like stressing out, and like, he's letting me get away with some shit.
Yeah, man, but we need that.
Yeah. He loves it though, man. I could tell it kind of stresses him out, but he's into it. Like, he wants diversity. He wants us to be that outlet for anything that's just out of the norm, or we're like even with shit when there's no DJs on air and we have the automated system, he pulls in, makes sure that it plays like a lot of the B-sides of famous albums or stuff like that.
Yeah, I like listening to stuff like that.
Try to get used to playing songs that you don't hear from all the big bands or famous artists. You know, like the lesser known songs and shit. So that's kind of what we strive for as far as like KFUG in general, to put out that kind of stuff and to be like the community voice here. For you got something to say, we're gonna play it.
You know that song "Wasn't Me" by Shaggy?
I think so.
Call me okay. Wasn't me. Call me
Yeah.
Wasn't me. Yeah. So the label threw that song out and told them, playing. So a guy out in Hawaii got his hands on it,
Yeah.
and he was playing it on the station.
Yeah.
And people started calling in to hearing it, and it
man.
blew up from Hawaii. And of course the label had to backtrack. But yeah. Yeah. Then when it's starting to get some traction, they had to, you know how the labels are. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
But there's a lot of artists
All
that
of a sudden
went
they
against,
love that song and
yeah, they had to go against their label though to get their stuff out
that's
there.
crazy. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Is it raining out there still?
Yeah.
It's picking up. KFUG Radio. You just heard Sharks and Eels.
Yes,
Another track from Pasco Alejandro, who's been nice enough to come hang out with us today at KFUG.
Yeah, man, I'm here. It feels good to be here. Like I said, man, it's surreal.
So, give us a little background on that track right there.
Sharks and Eels is actually produced by Dono. He's on the 12 Productions. That's one of Shannon's homeboys. Whole lot of talent coming out of North Carolina, man. Just my city alone, Carteret County, Craven County, which is a stretch from New Bern to Atlantic Beach area.
I had to ask you earlier too. Well, the other day when we were here, you said you got family that are safe from all the hurricane stuff going on out there.
Yeah. I got like a homie in Florida where it actually hit, but he's in a safer area.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, like North Carolina and Georgia, where my other relatives are, they haven't really. I feel like if something was going down, they would let me know. Yeah, no news is good news. Yeah, yeah, for real. If you don't hear nothing from them, shoot, then that means everything good, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's been pretty wild from just what I've seen on the news.
Man.
The lower East Coast, right there.
That's how it is there. I mean, it's the Bible Belt. Every year we get hit with hurricanes. It's just hit or miss on how bad it's gonna be. Yeah.
Do people because so I've met people from the East Coast or just who live in hurricane, tornado country, and then they come out here and then freak out about earthquakes, and then vice versa. People who are used to earthquakes go out there and go this ain't what the hell's going on? It's too much for them. So I don't know if I could handle being in a hurricane.
I know my granny. She used to always be like, "Oh, I ain't moving into no darn California. Earthquakes and going on." Like, grandma. But it's always been my dream to live out west, man. Watching Snoop Dogg and all them boys come up in the '90s era, I was like, oh man, I want to live in California, But I mean, obviously, the glitz and glam ain't here in Crescent City. But, this reminds me of back home though, small town by the coast. Yeah, it's just a different world, Same environment though, kind of.
I grew up down in the Bay and bigger cities, and when I was a little kid growing up in Santa Cruz, it was a lot like another beach town that was. Today, it's just a touristville. They survive on tourism. But 30, 40 years ago, it was like this. There wasn't really much going on. It was a small town community. And so when I moved here, it was nice to have that sort of old school familiarity of okay, this is, it's more chill here. And, people, I think the Chipotle, being the newest thing here, everyone's freaking out.
I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty lit when I seen it getting built.
The first day that it opened, I saw that whole parking lot packed.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, it's going crazy to this day. to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going crazy over there.
I saw it, and I was like, okay. You know, so when I lived here for 10 years now. So when I first moved here, I think like the Walmart was like the biggest thing out here, and people would literally just go hang out in the parking lot of Walmart. I'm like,
yeah, they do that back home. They do that back home. Especially back home, man. There was this whole like squatted truck thing, like where the trucks. Have you seen it on the internet? Super squatted trucks. So all the high school kids or whatever, man, pull up in the parking lots at Walmart and just sit there and rev their engines and play loud music. Like, I'm pretty sure they're probably still doing that. They ain't really, where I'm from, like it used to be popping, like back when I was younger, like early '90s, 2000s. The Atlantic Beach waterfront, we called it the Circle. Still call it the Circle, but it was popping. It was kind of like Jersey Shore meets Southeast. Like there were rides, there was arcades, there was clubs. There was a lot of life going on in that particular area. It had to have been a gold mine. It had to have been. For whatever reason, towns like that, man, it's like, I don't know what it is. Like they vote things out, I guess. Like, older people get involved, and like it just turned into a town of just, you can work and go home, and that's it. And there ain't really much going on. There's bars and stuff, but nothing like extravagant going on. They took all of that away from us. No bowling alleys, no skate rinks. I mean, kids really don't have a whole lot to do back home. At least I know whenever I lived there, that's how it was. So.
Yeah, that seems to kind of be like a theme going on. Like it's like it spreads out nationwide. Like there's places where there was like nightlife, and then all of a sudden you come back like a few years later and your favorite spots like been closed down for.
And there's
nothing's taken its place or nothing.
Yeah. Everything's taken over, and then all the negative has taken over the city, like everything that comes with that. And I don't know, man. I'm a big advocate of like, idle hands are the devil's playground, like especially for the youth. Like you have to give them something to do, because if they discover substances, they're gonna go all in. It's all they got to do. They feel like it's fun. Like you got to give kids something to do. Like the youth need something. Even us as adults, everyone does, but especially those kids, man. 100%.
That is true. So, tell us a little bit more about what's going on Halloween.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be at Porta Pines performing, just going crazy, man. Skamala's gonna be there, Amor, G-Nix, E-Fly. It's about to be a show, man. It's about to be a show.
I didn't realize we had so many like rappers. Like I heard a few here and there, but it's gonna be nice to have them all at once.
Yeah, and that's not even all of them, man. I just couldn't get them all in one building at one time. There's a lot of artists around here, that are really talented, man.
Yeah, for sure. I've like I said, even in the past 10 years that I've lived out here, I think just in the last 5 years, it's really starting to the music local scene in general is definitely like surprising me more and more. It seems like every 6 months to a year, a new artist pops up and has good production and getting their name out there. So like we're blowing up. Crescent City is blowing up.
They even have like at Porta Pines, they'll do karaoke night.
Oh yeah.
And there's some people, man, that you wouldn't even suspect could sing, man. They're not even artists, but they can sing. I'm like, why the heck are you not recording music right now? Like, I'll be like, wow, man, it's crazy.
That's cool. I still haven't got out to karaoke yet.
They do karaoke on Wednesdays, I think it is, and Sundays is a comedy night. So anybody out there, man, if you got some jokes, go to Porta Pines Sunday night.
I've been to the comedy night. Me and my wife would try to go. Like when Dumpster Puppies was a thing. I was roading and kind of managing for them, putting out their stuff, and so we were promoting and going out there like every show they were doing. And then with Seth, Seth sort of joined our little collective, and now you're here, so we got a good vibe going of different types of artists that we're all hanging out, we're all getting to know each other, supporting each other, which is like the biggest thing for me here is to have a way to support our local artists, and so like being here in KFUG, you know, like it's a big deal for us to get you guys in so we can get you guys heard and known outside of just the venues and stuff like that. And it's been I mean, well, you've seen it since you've been here. It's getting there. Like we're growing.
Yeah,
you know, more and more artists that are being more confident to come out here, and even with like touring acts, and I try to hit it. If I see a band that's going to be playing like up in Oregon or in Eureka, I'm like, hey, you're probably going to drive right by us. Why don't you stop by here?
100%.
Get you guys. We got venues now.
Humboldt is crazy.
Before Porta Pints really started having those kind of live acts, like they were kind of limited to just certain type of music, and it wasn't bad or anything. It was just it only drew a very select crowd.
Yeah.
As opposed to now where they have, you know, punk night and hip hop night and comedy, and that stuff wasn't really happening yet, and so a lot of touring acts would just go right by us because there was really no spot for them to really play here.
Right.
So,
Yeah, Porter. That's what I'm saying, man. John, like, he opened the door. Like I said, man, that's our venue. Like, that's our spot. You know, to do our thing.
Yeah, John's been amazing since he's taken over. And now they got the second venue getting ready to open. I think
I haven't even seen it yet. I heard it's big.
I haven't. I drove. I mean, I've been out there, but I haven't been in there yet. And I think they did like a one-time.
They did. I missed
open
it.
house thing or something.
Yeah,
we missed that too. And we're like, we should go. But I think we were trying to get Dumpster Brothers to play the event when it happened.
Yeah.
And like, whatever reason it didn't happen. But I'm excited to see how it's going to go there and have another locale for artists in general to do their thing. So that's going to be cool. Because we have the Enoteca here too. Has some shows.
Enoteca, yeah. I actually would love to be able to perform there. I've been in there a few times to get food.
Yeah.
You know, pick up DoorDash orders.
Yeah.
I love their stage area. It's very like it's majestic up there. Like I like it. It's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dope.
So we are getting more and more support from the community for artists in our community, and that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
And, I'm glad that you could be here and be a part of it too, man. So.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. When I first got here and like I settled down in Crescent City, on like standing on my own 2 feet, man, I didn't know what the heck I was gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, man, what? I'm gonna grow old here. Okay, well, if I'm gonna have to settle here, like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I just decided like to just get back into doing music, man. You know, I took 5 years without doing anything music related, just focusing on just being a family man.
Yeah.
And you know, went through some changes, and then I was like, man, I gotta get back out there, man. You know, get back to being me. So here I am, man, just doing music, networking with people. Man, I don't even know. Like, I went to Humboldt, and I was passing out flyers at the Tech Nine concert, and I mean, I gave my flyer to every last one of Tech Nine's people, all of his merch, everyone working his merch, his tour manager, yada yada. And Tech Nine's been following me on Instagram for years. Yeah. And when he came out, he was looking amongst the crowd, dapping people up, and he looked at me. He's like, Pascal Alejandro, and dapped me up, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as an artist, bro, that was so surreal. Like, I ain't even like, I don't know if it was me giving my flyers out that night and him seeing me and putting 2 and 2 together, or if he's actually been watching me all these years. Just, I don't know what it is, but I know that, shoot, man, that definitely opened my eyes to like, yo, you gotta stay consistent, because you never know, like, you never know who's watching, or you never know what may happen. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, man. Tech Nine, Humboldt is that's where I want to like plant my foot next. Like, I really want to reach out and touch Humboldt and like bring my homies out there and get us out there to perform out there, because their music scene is just so righteous. Yeah. And it's going crazy right now. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of good places to go. Me and my wife will go out there to see bands, mainly because they either don't know about coming here, or it's just on their tour stop, and they're going from like, usually it's like Eureka and then like Portland or wherever up next. So like, we always try to catch shows, and it's worth it. You know, it's worth the 2 hour or whatever drive to go out there and see whatever. Like one of my wife's favorite bands came out there, so we went out there for that, and it's because a lot of people here in town are always like, oh, I don't want to go to Eureka, you know, it's like too far. I'm like, but that's worth it for me. Like I'll drive 2 hours to even go see a shitty band if I'm just friends with them. They're like, hey, we're gonna be there playing. Like, let's go.
I know for a fact if someone major, like let's just say Tech Nine, for example, came here to Crescent City, everybody not only from Humboldt would come down. I know they would come down for sure, but like then you got all the way up to Brookings, all like it would go crazy. I know for a fact it would. It would go wild.
Hell yeah.
It would go wild.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So you want to play a few more tracks? You want to get into another?
Yeah, we could play another track. Let's play a song called "On the Edge."
On the Edge. Let's get this one here. Tell us a little bit about this track.
This song right here, man, is just it's one of those songs like when you're just down on your luck, man, and you ain't got nothing left to do but pray because you're just on the edge. Like you're edgy. Like you're just. Any little thing or like any, you know, set you off or, you know, man, we all been there. A lot of us still go through it every day, man. Get up every day and put on our game face and still dealing with the emotions. So this is one of those songs.
All right, here's On the Edge from Pasco Alejandro right here on KFUG Radio. I gotta get new headphones soon, dude. I've worn out like all the actual padding right here.
Yeah.
They used to have like a
like
nice,
that, man.
like almost like this kind of padding on it. It used to be all thick, and then it's just gone. Barely putting on.
Miracle Marie, you okay? You hungry? Whatever, man. Ignoring her daddy. She's a good kid.
You live closer to here in town, or like on the outer edges?
I live right behind Porta Pipes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Earlier when he was asking me how I got it connected with Porta Pipes, I had to be like, all right, now I don't want to answer this question because I can't be like, oh, I live behind Porta Pipes. Tell the whole city where I live.
Yeah.
Forget that, man.
I live kind of by there too. We walk. Like if I know we're gonna go drinking there, then we just walk.
Yeah, I go over there and have a beer and all that, and mingle with the people, man. Most of the people that go there, they were there when I performed, and they all, you know, they like my music and stuff, so. I was in the bar the other day and someone was telling me, he was like, man, it's such a breath of fresh air. Because, like, you know, all the rappers around here aren't black. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they're like, I said, you're a real rapper, man. I don't know if I should be offended or take it as a compliment. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like those, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Damn. I thought that was funny, man. It's like, you're a real rapper, man. Damn.
The one time my mom, you know, we grew up native in the Native American community, and my mom one time I don't know where she was at, Walmart or something, and she just happened to have like her little bandana on, and she has her braids, and some lady goes like, are you a real Indian? And my mom was just like, yeah. I was just like,
people are crazy, man. They don't be meaning. They don't know no
and they're
better,
like,
man.
oh my God, it's so nice to meet a real Indian. And my mom was like, was there fake ones?
Damn. And my grandmother's native Cherokee, and on my dad's side, heavy Crow.
Oh, yeah.
Crow natives, yeah, oh yeah. My dad's telling me like my great granddad or whatever is escaped slave. and he married he married a crow, like a crow native woman, and I don't know. I got a lot of that in my family, like native history, like escaped slaves or slaves that found freedom.
Yeah.
Basically merged with natives and found refuge, man. And that's how my family, like, that's like the history of my family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I got a lot of respect for native culture. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't even be like, I wish they had like indigenous when they be like, what are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, African American? Like, it's not like my parents are from Africa and that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm indigenous. I was born here. Like, this is I got rights to this land just as much as I was born here. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. Not only that, but like my ancestry all the way down to my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm native to be here. Like, I'm indigenous. You know what I'm saying? It's my land. I'd be like, man.
Yeah, my wife, she does a lot of like research for like a lot of like both native and black histories, similarities, and like.
Oh yeah, man. We're so close to it. Even down to you know, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, man, a lot of African heritage in their history. They're just not taught about it, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you know how it is. Society is, I don't know what its beef is, but it's all against, you know, African history and stuff. It's like, but yeah, man, if you got some dark tone to you, you can best believe.
Jealousy is what it is.
Yeah, it's something, man. But,
something like that.
Yeah, we're all indigenous, though, man. Like, all of us. I was at a one-on-one bar, and this Japanese chick was sitting here. We're all sitting around a little fire, and this dude was like mouthing off because she was Japanese. I was like, not a single person in here is gonna disrespect any of my melanated brothers and sisters. I was like, if you got a problem with who she is, then we can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got up and left. Like, he was like, I'm out. Like, I don't get down with that, man. One of my homies, he said, ain't nothing back home changed. He's like, ain't nothing changed, my boy. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. Be there.
Yeah, man. Be there or be square for
it's
sure.
It's gonna be tight. Costume contest, but pumpkin carving too, son.
Pumpkin carving. If you're crafty, come on out, man. I want to see some crazy. Like, that's what I'm most excited about because anybody can put on some drip and look good, but like to sit there and take your time and like carve something unique out of a pumpkin, I think that's cool.
There's gonna be some cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen there. We just heard. What did I play? Flex God. We played Flex God and then On the Edge.
Yeah, man.
Two more tracks from. We're talking with Pasco Alejandro, North Carolina native, who's relocated not too long. How long have you been out here now? A couple years?
I'm going on 2 years being in Crescent City, but I've been out west going on like 4, almost 5. Something like that.
Cool. And we got on Halloween night at Porta Pints, there's going to be an all hip-hop show featuring Pasco Alejandro and a bunch of other local rappers here. So what time does that start? 8 o'clock?
Doors open at 8.
So yeah, get your asses down to Porta Pints. You guys know where it's at. And we'll see you there. I'll be there. A lot of we'll all be there. Everyone that we know will be there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. We're gonna pack the building out. They're gonna have to do some renovations, maybe move some furniture or something.
Yeah. It can get pretty crowded in there too.
Yeah, my first paid show was at Porta Pints, and it was like my first debut show after 5-6 years of not doing anything, and I just went so hard with promoting, man. Like, I was door dashing. Anytime I dropped off an order, door dashing, I was dropping off flyers to the show. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you're an artist if you are an artist and you out here working, grinding, door dashing, utilize that as a way to promote. Because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna pay off for those shows. Man, matter of fact, I'm gonna go, like, it need to be like blueprint. Like, you, like, as an artist, if you trying to promote yourself, get some flyers to your show, get that DoorDash app open, and go ahead and collect them orders. And while you stacking up that paper, you're gonna be promoting yourself and pushing your brand.
You're gonna start
it's just
dropping
best of both worlds,
like
man.
flyers and demos with your deliveries and
yeah, man. Just for the show, look, I was dropping off pre-roll, look, custom made pre-rolls, straight up like the tube with the sticker on it, custom sticker, some novelty like stickers, band stickers and stuff. My flyer. Straight up, like a little personal promo bag. Here you go with their food. People were like, "Oh man, thanks. Oh, there's a pre-roll in here." Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, like, man, I'm telling you, in the South, the Southeast, the East Coast, like from New York to Texas, like that whole, like, I'm telling y'all right now, man, the South and the East Coast is like hustle nation. It's all about hustling, hustling, hustling. How you gonna get rich today? What are you selling? Back then it was selling bootleg CDs. I don't know what they're doing now, but it's like it's all about getting to that money, and it's a very aggressive environment and a very tough crowd. And everything that I learned back home, I just brought it out here, man, and it's been working for me. Surviving.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. Well, thanks for joining us, and for everybody out there tuning in. What's good ways to hear your music?
Yeah, y'all can go. You can Google Pascal Alejandro, man. You can find me literally everywhere. Pandora, whatever you use to listen to music, you can find me on there. Straight up.
Spotify and all that stuff.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. Like I said, Pandora. Literally everywhere. You can follow me on Facebook, just search Pascal Alejandro, Instagram, whatever social media handle you use. Follow me everywhere, man. I'm everywhere.
Nice. All right. Well, you heard it here, right here on KFUG Radio. I'm Cousin Ray, and we're hanging out with Pascal Alejandro. And once again, don't forget to catch him along with a bunch of other local artists. Porter Pints on Halloween night.
Yes, sir.
Starting at 8 o'clock, and bring your best costume for the contest. They gonna be doing the pumpkin carvings there. Like, do you know if they'll?
I don't know if they're gonna be doing them there. I think they will. But I
pumpkin.
know we got, if you come dressed to impress, and if you carve like you're about to starve, you're gonna win something. You're gonna win something nice.
All right. Well, thanks again for coming in and hanging out with me. And we're gonna leave off with what song you want to end on?
All right, so the song I want to end this with, man, it's a song called "My Lady." I recorded this song years ago when I was.
Where do you have that? It's not in this folder.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in that other one that you emailed.
Do you got it?
Let me see if you put it on here.
Okay, it's a song called "My Lady." It's one of the first songs I recorded. When I first started actually recording tracks and stuff, and my grandmother loved this song a whole lot, and so I just want to dedicate this song to her, and I want this song to be played, if possible.
We'll grab it off of that. What's the best way to grab it?
The only way you're gonna be able to get it is if you went into your email.
Oh, I gotta get it. Okay, so you're gonna have to email it to me again.
Oh man, here we go. I can do it right now, live on the air.